Good afternoon, Prime Minister. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much for being here, and I'm honored to be with you.
First of all, please allow me to offer my heartiest congratulations on your success in the election.
Well, thank you. There were some results, although we expect even better results in the future.
How do you see the development of bilateral relations between China and Serbia in the past, and what are your expectations for the future of Sino-Serbian relations?
You were with us when it was the most difficult time for Serbia during 1999. Yesterday was an anniversary. We don't forget it. Speaking about our economic, political cooperation, we have no problems. We are always on the same side, and when Chinese have something to say, we are always on side of China, and we do support one China, unique China, whatever you call it. You know, even some people, when they wanted to protest here in Serbia, something against China or something like that, we didn't allow it. I was responsible for that. You can protest against us, but not against our friends. We are, you know, very loyal, very faithful friends, and we got great support from China so far, and hopefully we'll carry on with this cooperation.
If I ask you to use a word or a phrase or maybe a Serbian proverb to describe the Belt and Road Initiative, what would you say?
Creating a new mountain, you start with bringing one small stone.
Which issues are your main concern, and what are the objectives that you hope to achieve at the forum?
What we were speaking about always, it was about connecting, networking, and not only about our road and railroad infrastructure, which is very important. It's about people-to-people cooperation. It's about business-to-business cooperation. It's about building a new, well-related and well-connected to each other different civilizations. And without huge role and dedicated participation of China, we wouldn't be able to deliver on that.
Serbia has marked a crucial point in the political and economic relations between our two countries. I think China has since become a major partner in the construction of infrastructure in Serbia.
And we are proud to say that, as you can see. The steel mill in Smederevo, and it was a huge, huge problem for Serbia. And only one country could have solved it, and they really did it. When Kostolac will start to work, we'll produce much more electricity than we used to, you know, and it will mean new numbers for us. Mihailo Pupin Danube Bridge, that was the first big bridge across the Danube that was built, which is, together with Volga, the biggest European river. We started to negotiate about industrial park in Belgrade. Chinese equipment will be more and more present here in Serbia. Wagons, compartments, everything that is related to railroads, trains, and that's something what we're going to get from China in the future. You know, we belong to European society. People are always skeptical. They don't believe anybody. No, when they're going to see it, when they see that we delivered on that, they're going to even respect and appreciate Chinese people and Chinese companies even more, although I think that it's almost at the top level. Well,
China is opinion to lead the right development of economic globalization and work together to promote and protect human rights and build a community of shared future for mankind. What's your perspective on this point?
I can say that I was amazed with the speech of President Xi in Davos, and it was a kind of a revolution that happened in a day. Everybody fell in love with the Chinese president at that day, and China took that massive and the most important role in leading the process of globalization. China is also a country that can boast itself of boosting peace worldwide and tranquility and calmness, which is very important in today's world, and that's something that is very much appreciated all over the world or globally, as you said.
The CCTV published the news that we will do an interview with Serbian current Prime Minister, the President-elect Aleksandar Vučić, and receive more than 300 questions for you. Okay, I chose 3 topics of the most concern. Bata Živojinović, with his wonderful performance, what Brani Sarajevo is beloved by older people, and young people, they are biggest fans of Djokovic. So they want to know, how is him now? As a correspondent here, if I tell them I've never seen Djokovic, they may despise me.
You'll see Novak Djokovic.
Oh, please do arrange an interview for me, please.
Will do my best, my promise.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so they want to ask why Serbia is so powerful in sports, tennis, football, and also volleyball.
Basketball, volleyball, water polo. We didn't lose a single game in the last 10 years. Basketball, only Americans in an entire world are better than Serbs. In water polo, there are no other countries that can compare with us. We don't have a sea, we don't have even very clean rivers. We don't have many swimming pools, but we are the best in the world.
So what's the secret? Do you have a natural advantage?
People are talented here, very talented, and we are naturally very tall, which is good for volleyball and basketball, at least.
Yeah.
At least for these 2 sports.
So what's your favorite sport?
I love basketball.
The second one, after offering visa-free visits, and more Chinese people that have intention to visit here. So could you please recommend some places for sightseeing?
I can. Come to visit Kalemegdan, our old fortress in Belgrade. Come to visit our cobbled streets, our old parts of the city. Come to visit, it's a good nightlife, not only for youngsters, but for an older people as well. Come to visit Novi Sad through Danube. It's a wonderful Petrovaradin fortress that you can see.
Nice. So what's the typical food? There is a guy said yesterday midnight, urgent, I'm waiting online.
I can tell you something, it's meat, meat and more of a meat. If you like meat, you're coming to the real country of meat. First course, main course, and even as a dessert, we serve meat, you know, and that's...
Okay, and the third one, a little bit awkward. People say that Serbian girls are very fascinating. They have a certain beauty. Is that true?
I believe in that. I think that we have the most beautiful women in the world. They're very charming, very smart, and very strong. Serbian women take care of themselves. They're always nicely dressed. They always would like to present themselves, and not only themselves, but their families and their country, their cities, in the best possible way, and we are proud that we are able in a way to say that we have very smart and very charming ladies, and I ask Chinese people to come here and to check it out.
At the end, may I ask my personal question? I'm very curious, and I think many Chinese audiences, they are also wondering, how tall are you exactly, Mr. Prime Minister?
198. Which is almost 2 meters.
Oh my gosh, so I wore high heels this morning was the best choice. Okay, thanks for the conversation. Thank you.
Have a good work. I wish you all the best.
Thanks.
I was really honored having a chance to speak to you.